What's up, Lee? How you doing, man? Got my patch.
This is the address where the closet can get you right.
Hello, my name is Reverend Leon Wood. I live in Long Beach, California, and I'm here to support the activities today because I believe it's time for the community to unite and work together for the good of all people.
Hi, my name is Isaiah Thompson. I live in Long Beach, California, and I'm here today to tell you that I think that drug dealers should be off of our street because they can give people drugs, and drugs is not good for people.
David Jones.
I'm Nas Williams. Marcus Miller.
And we're out of Long Beach, California, and we're here to do something about our crisis in public schools.
Well, the purpose of this meeting is really to hear from the silent majority, to give voice to the silent majority. We have a panel, but they will attempt to answer questions or to point to resources. But the purpose of this is to hear the voice of the silent majority and to form a task force to go out later, following up to solve some of these problems in our community.
So at this moment, we are at a crossroads. We are at a point where we have to make a decision about what not only California will look like, but what will our country look like? What will our world look like? There have been the folks that, did anybody watch what was going on in Egypt? Yeah? Or Libya, stuff that's going on in Libya right now. People are fighting for freedom all across this world. People are fighting for freedom. And in America, one of the wealthiest countries in the world, human beings are begging for crumbs.
Jobs. And the other statistic that's really mind-boggling is that over 40% of the people who are unemployed right now have been unemployed for more than 6 months.
Do I have 10 people who are going to volunteer? Exactly. So here's what I want to leave you with. We spend a lot of time fighting over these 3 chairs. In the meantime, check this out. 7 chairs. 10%, the top richest 10%, own 90% of the wealth in this country.
But at the end of the day, the California dream will continue to exist. It's just who's it going to exist for?
We were ready to go to bed, and all of a sudden we heard a loud knock at our door. When my dad opened the door, we saw 2 immigration officers asking him to go outside. As they arrested him and took him from us. My mother and siblings and I, all we could do was cry and beg them not to take him. And it hurts to know that every day a different family goes through the same thing we went through.
Well, in the process of waiting on a modification, we got a notice that they were foreclosing on our home. Going through this foreclosure, I felt all alone. I was embarrassed. That's the first thing, you're embarrassed because you feel like I'm being foreclosed on, all my neighbors are going to know, all my friends are going to know, all my families are going to know. But once I joined ACE, I saw that it was very prevalent. So I've become very, very active in ACE. And I fight the banks. And I'm not giving up my home. And we encourage other members not to give up their homes.
And we are losing ours. And what does that mean to me? That means sometimes I may not have enough money to pay my rent or send my children to school, or even maybe have food on the table for my children, because they're cutting and cutting more, and I am sick and tired of this.
My name is James, this is a pastor in my church. God is there to you, in Hunkin Union, in the name of Christ. Christ alone. Thank you very much.
Tengo una artritis bien fuerte y así estoy trabajando porque no hay de otra. Y nada más me están pagando $15, 15 horas por semana.
144一潘索 Rio Avenue， 我们那个区呢有将近330户住户，是一个 mobile home，
we have to do, you know, and I'm looking at the diversity. I see young, old, black, white, rich, poor, preachers. I see the diversity, and that's how you attack. You attack with your diversity, because they don't know where it's coming from. 1 minute it's coming from the handicap. Next minute it's coming from education. Next minute it's coming from the clergy. Then the union, we standing right there ready to help.
Whatever it's going to take for us to get what we need. What we need is the power. We have our power. We have our legs. We have our minds and our bodies. And you know, just like my friend said, we have to get out and vote. So therefore, when June comes for that election, we need to take a
So it is your choice. What you do when you leave here will determine what your tomorrow will look like. If you go home and turn on Maury Povich, and I know y'all watch it, don't I? Yeah, exactly. You are not the father. If you go home and you turn on Maury Povich, you have decided. You have given your power away. If you go home, you go through your cell phone and you say, here's 5 people that I know will write a letter. Here's 5 people that I know will make a phone call. Here's 5 people that I know will go out and register other people to vote. If you go home and you think about it, write down your 5 people and get them activated, you are again taking your power back and creating an Egypt in San Bernardino County. That is your choice. That is your responsibility.
So what we are doing today, we are changing the world. You may think you cannot. You may think that you're just one individual. But look to your right, brother. Look to your right, sister. Look to the front. Now look to the back. Everybody look to the back. Are you alone? Are we alone? No. The testimonies we heard, the tears that were dropped, the feeling that we have inside, let's not keep it. Let's stand up. Let's get up. Let's look up and say, tomorrow is mine. Because today, the power is in my hands. Isn't the power in your hands? Yes. Don't you feel powerful? Yes. If you feel powerful, say it. The power is mine. We'll make the change today. Make the change today. No more tears tomorrow. No more tears tomorrow. Because the future belongs to me. Because the future belongs